Hello guys, welcome back to my channel today. My name is Kosi. If you're first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. So guys, on today's video I'll be teaching you guys on how to draft this milkmaid dress. This class will be classified into two sections. We're going to use today's one to do to draft in our patterns for this milkmaid dress. Then in our next class we are going to sew it. I'll show you guys how to sew it. So if you're interested to know how this is being done, definitely keep on watching and let's get into it. The first thing I will do is to fold my pattern paper by 2. Right now I'll start taking my basic measurements. Firstly, I'm going to mark my bust line, which is 9.5 inches. Then after that I'll come down by 12.5 inches, which is my under bust line. Then I'll mark 15 inches, which is going to serve as my waistline. Then I'll add 1 inch to make it 16 inches. This is going to serve as my seam allowance. So I'll use my ruler to extend these lines. So guys, after extending it with my ruler, I am going to divide my shoulder by 2. I'll mark what I have there and I'll come down by 7.5 inches. Then I'll use my ruler to extend the line like this. Then I am going to as well use my ruler to extend this straight line to meet the armhole depth like this. So after doing this, I'll place my tape on my armhole line. Then I'll come up by 1 inches. Then after making my point there, I am going to divide my bust circumference by 4. The anything it gives me, I'm going to make a point there. So guys, from this point I made there, I'm going to use my curve rule to make a curve for our armhole like this. Can you see? Alright, so guys, after making this curve like this, what I'm going to do next is that I am going to start labeling these lines. This is my bust line, my under bust line, which is the second line, and my waistline. Then I'll just write AL. AL means allowance. So guys, I'm going to come on this bust line. I'll come up by 2 inches. Then I made a point there and I'll use my ruler to extend this line. Then after extending this line, I'm going to label it as our chest line. So I'll just come to this shoulder line. I'll come inside by 3 inches. Then I'll go down by 3 inches. Then I'll use my curve rule to make a round curve neckline. So we are not going to be needing this shoulder. It's not necessary, just for a guide, you get. So after doing that, I'm going to divide my nipple to nipple by 2 and I'm marking 3.5, which is 7 inches. Divide by 2 is 3.5, and I'm going to mark it from my bust line till the end of the other line like this, as you can see. So guys, after marking this straight line, what I'm going to do next is to come on my waistline. I will subtract half inches at both sides. Then I will use my ruler to connect this line. Like you see me doing like this. So guys, after I was done doing this, what I'm going to do next is that I am going to place my tape on my under bust line. I'm going to just place my tape there and I will come up by 1 inches. Please pay attention to this drafting because it's really important. I'll come up by 1 inches like this and I'll make a point there. Then I'm going to use my curve rule right now to connect it like this. From that 1 inch I mark, I'm going to connect it like this. I'll make a curve and my curve will end at this under bust line, the place I marked my darts. As you can see, please, I'm making use of my pen. I don't my marker has finished, so I'm making use of my pen. So after doing this, I will come right here, I'll place my tape right here, and I'll measure 3.5 inches. This 3.5 inches is for my nipple to nipple, you get. So I'm just going to, from this point where I marked my bust circumference, I'm going to, from there, place my curve rule like this. From there, like this, I'm going to make a curve. Can you see to meet that under bust line? Just use your curve rule. If you don't have, you can actually achieve this with your free hand. It's not necessary you use your curve rule, it's not a must. You can just use your free hand. Just pay attention and see what I'm doing very, very clearly, so you understand. Alright, so this is it right here. So after doing this, I'm going to start marking. I'm going to start placing my bust circumference and all of that, adding the necessary allowance needed. So I'll divide my bust circumference by 2. I'll mark what I have, sorry, by 4. I'll mark what I have there, and I'll add extra 1.5 inches. Then coming to my under bust line, I will do the same to measure my under bust waist circumference. I'll mark what I have there and add 1.5 inches. I'll divide what I have on my waistline, as in my waist circumference. I'll divide it by 4. I'll mark what I have there, and I will mark my 1.5 inches seam allowance. I'll also mark add extra 1 inches for that. Can you see? So I will use my ruler right now to connect those dots you are seeing right here, like this. You can use your free hand to do that. Yeah, after doing this, what I'm going to do next is just to use my scissors and cut it off. So guys, this is my back pattern. I placed another paper, and I'm going to use this other paper to draft out my back pattern. Alright, so it's very important to use your front pattern to draft out your back pattern, to cut out your back pattern, sorry, like this. I left half-inch space for our zip. The half-inch space, I left it for our zip, as you can see. So guys, after cutting off this, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my zipper area, and I'll just use my scissors to cut this out by 2, like this. This is just half-inch, and I'll just notch it like this. So this is it. After doing this thing again, I'm going to bring this my front pattern paper to place it, giving space of that half-inches for our zip. Then I'm going to just make a point of my dart like this. I'll make a point like this, both the middle point and the side point. I'm going to make it like this. Then after that, I'll just use my ruler to mark my straight line for the middle dart. Then after that, I'm going to as well mark the side dart like that. So guys, this is it. I'm done marking my dots. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is that I'm just going to have to come down by 1 inch. This is for my neckline. You can actually decide on how many inch you want to come down with, but me, I would want to come down with 1 inches, and I'll use my curve rule to just make a curve like that. I'll cut it off like this. Alright, I'm placing my front pattern paper together with the back pattern paper. I'm placing it like this. So I'm going to use scissors to cut out the excess that was remaining where we were marking our pattern. So I've cut it off like this. So I'm going to label this as the back. This is how it's going to be like, and I'll just I'm tracing out the 1/2 inch for my zipper. I'm just tracing out the 1/2 inch for my zipper like this. Then I'm going to just shade it so you know that it's for zip like this. I hope you can see this clearly. Alright, so I'm done doing this. Alright, I'm done doing this. So the next thing I will do now is to cut our cup for a front pattern. So guys, I've cut our cup for the front pattern, and I'm also dividing it by 2 with my scissors at the center front. You get, so this is it. The next thing we are going to do now is that we are going to take one of this paper and start our slash and spread method. This time around I'm going to do slash and spread method to get that gather effect. You get, so right now I'm just marking 1 inch all through. I'll mark 1 inch till we get here. I get to the end of the fabric, sorry, of the paper. So I'm going to use my ruler to draw a straight line of the 1 inch I marked. I hope you are following. Just take a very look at what I'm doing, like this, yeah, till you get there. Then after doing this, I'm going to label this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that until you get there. Make sure you label yours before you start cutting. We're going to cut this off right here like this. So guys, pay attention to this. This is slash and spread method. For those that don't really understand the meaning of slash and spread method, this is what we are going to do right now. I'll place another piece of paper like this. Then I will bring one sheet of paper. That is the one I labeled as 1. I'll bring it, I'll place it and hold it with my pin. Then I'll give space of 1 inches. As you see me doing like this, like that, I'll be placing it 1, 2, 3. I'll be giving space of 1 inches till I place the whole paper. You get, give space of 1 inch. You can decide to give space of 1.5 inches. You can even decide to cut yours to 2 inches if you want. You get, so after doing this is what we have. After doing this, I'm going to have to start tracing these lines like this. I will trace this. Just come down and trace your own line. You are going to get it. I hope you are following. This is very, very important. Just follow this method and you get it right. Watch what I'm doing. Watch what I'm doing. Alright, so right now guys, I'll start removing my paint like this. So I've removed it. This is our cup right there. We will work with this. So I'm going to place this cup on another paper, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut it to make it two. So we are going to have two cups for this. This is our main cup. Okay, so I'm going to label this as cup. Alright, we have come to the end of today's drafting. So guys, on our next class, I'm going to share with you guys on how to sew this and how to transfer it to your main fabric. As you all can see, I already sewed it here, but that will be on our next class. So we have come to the end of today's class. So guys, if you like what you are seeing, subscribe so that you get notified when I drop a new video or the continuation of this video. Share, like and comment. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and bye.